Hi everybody, so welcome to the stream. It's just going to be a quick stream. I'm going to be talking about, sorry, I'm going to be talking about the potential players that I would like to see join Newcastle in this January transfer window. Now, obviously, if we don't have the funds to buy the players, then that doesn't mean that we can't still go out and sign big name players. Obviously, for the purpose of this video, I'll be looking at the players that are running out of contract at big teams in the Premier League. So, obviously, up first would be Arsenal, and Ramsey, as well, knows, contract running out. Obviously, he'd be a great player to be playing for Newcastle, but obviously there's talk of him already wanting to move away to Juventus, so he is out of the question, of course. But there's other players like Danny Welbeck. He's a really good player. He'd probably be really great up top for Newcastle. He's small. Play him up top with Solomon Rondon, and I'm sure you'd be able to bang away quite a few goals, and survive in the Premier League this season. Then, you've got Nacho Monreal, a great left back. If his contract's going to run it out at Arsenal, then Newcastle might as well have a look at him. Pericek, is running out as well in his contract at Arsenal. But to be honest, do we really need a goalkeeper? We've already got Martin Dubravka, we've got Carl Darlow, we've got Rob Elliott, and we've also got Freddie Woodman. So, do we really need a goalkeeper? To be honest, no, we don't. So, he'd be no good to it, to be honest. If we go further down and we look at the likes of Chelsea, there's quite a few big names that we could take off of Chelsea for free. Just pay the wages for these players, and some of them, there's at least 4 big names at Chelsea that we could sign: Cesc Fabregas, David Luiz, Olivia Grion, and Gary Cahill. Now, obviously they would fit straight into the Newcastle team straight out. Definitely Cesc Fabregas and David Luiz, the 2 really world-class players that played at the high end of the game. Olivia Grion as well. He can come off the bench and can score an amazing goal here and there. He can really find the back of the net. Cahill, a little bit on the advancing side, so would we want to bring in a guy like that? To be honest, I wouldn't want to bring him in. We've already got Lascelles and Shaw and all of that as well, so there'd be no point for bringing in Gary Cahill, to be honest. Yeah, Almiron would be good, yeah, but are we going to be able to get him? Are we going to be able to afford the transfer fee to bring him to Newcastle? To be honest, I don't think we're going to be able to. Mike Ashley won't even part with a thick of his shite. So what chance have we got of bringing a player that they're asking about 25 million, I believe, for him? So how we're going to be able to afford that? But to be honest, I would go with maybe Cesc Fabregas of Chelsea, David Luiz from Chelsea. They're free. Danny Welbeck, Nacho Monreal, another great player. And then, of course, you go to Everton. You've got Leighton Baines, absolutely amazing left back. Phil Jones, a little bit. Phil Jones is just crap. Nobody wants him. Phil Jagielka at Everton, advancing, no point in getting him. Then you go down a little bit further, and you've got Liverpool. You could bring in Daniel Sturridge on a free, just pay his wages. Alberto Moreno, pay his wages again. If we can't afford them by the transfer fee, then let's at least put the money into wage bill instead and bring in the people that are running out of contracts. That would be a good way to going about bringing in the big name signings. Obviously, you could bring in Daniel Sturridge from Liverpool. You could bring in Alberto Moreno from Liverpool. Then, of course, at Man City, there's Vincent Kompany running out of contract. He'd be a great signing. Then at Man United, you got Antonio Valencia, absolutely sensational right back, playing at the high end of his game as well. And Hiara at Man U as well. Then, of course, Tottenham, absolutely sensational midfielder in Moussa Dembele, and a good striker in Fernando Llorente as well. So, you could bring in a whole bunch of these players. But to be honest, who would you bring in? Because I don't think we're going to be able to have the funds to be able to bring in the big names, because Ashley's just not willing to put that kind of investment in the team. He's already given in the past, like when Sam Allardyce was there, he gave them 80 million. He gave the 80 million to McLaren, but he only gives that kind of money when a manager's there that's willing to buy the players he wants him to buy. And of course, Rafa's not going to buy what Ashley wants him to buy, because at the end of the day, Rafa has his targets. He has his mind on who he wants to bring into the club. But in my opinion, them players that I just mentioned there that are running out of contracts would be really great first team players in our squad. If they're going to run out of contract at the big teams and they don't want them, then, one man's rubbish is another man's treasure. And players like Cesc Fabregas, David Luiz, Daniel Sturridge, Alberto Moreno, Moussa Dembele, all them kind of players, they're big name players, and they would fit easily into our team any day. Well, Ashley is the owner. Rafa is bargain hunting in the transfer market. Exactly. Yes, that is exactly it, Jonathan. Yeah, he's absolutely just. Rafa's got his hands tied behind his back. He's got to do with what he's got, and at the end of the day, if Ashley isn't willing to spend the money on bringing in the players by transfer funds, then, put the money into the wage bill. We'll bring in the people like Cesc Fabregas and Leighton Baines and all them, the ones that are running out of contracts, big name players. There's plenty of big name players out there that is on the free market, and are going to be on the free market soon, and I'm sure they would love to play in the Premier League still and not have to go away to somewhere like the MLS or the Chinese league or that, because nobody wants to go and play their football in them leagues. Yeah, you get a whole load of money, but where's the competitiveness of it for them, But to be honest, it's just my thoughts. I think we would be better off putting the money into the wage bill and going for players like Cesc Fabregas, Leighton Baines, Daniel Sturridge, and all of them. Let us know your thoughts in the chat at the side, and I'll run off a couple of your thoughts and give you my opinions on them. Like there's a few comments in the chat right now from Jonathan. Almiron would be a good player. Yes, that's right. Well and truly right that he would be a great player. But like I said, 25 million, would we be able to afford him? I don't think so. I mean, it's so true. Ashley is a tight kid. Yeah, he is tight. He's really, really tight. And, he won't part with nothing. That's just make Ashley down to a T. And we know this now, for being the owner for 11, coming up to 12 years this year, that he's been the owner of the club. And, he's never going to change. We need to get rid of him as fast as possible to invest in bringing in the big name players, if we're going to be the team that we want to be. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I'm absolutely buzzing as well. Made for the match tonight. I can't wait for it, to be honest. And I hope we'll pick up the 3 points as well tonight. Man United, like I said in the match preview for it, if you've watched it, Man United, always have a problem when they come to St James's Park. They always have a problem. Obviously, it was a little bit easier with Mourinho there, because he always had a bit of a boogie ground form it was for St James's. But, at the end of the day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not that much more experienced if you think about it. He's a pretty inexperienced manager. His only management job, in the Premier League was with Cardiff, and everybody knows what happened there. So, anything can happen tonight, to be honest, in my opinion. Newcastle can come away with a 1-0 win. We could come away with a 2-1 win. It could be a draw. It could be a win to Man United. Who knows? It's just how we play on the night. But yeah, I think, to be honest, we'll probably get a win against Man United definitely tonight, I think. But, what do you think, mate? Do you think we'll win against Man United tonight? Buzzing for tonight's game, buddy. Looking forward to a review after the game. Yeah, the review will be out after the game. It will be out after the game. I'll try and get it out as quick as I can after the game. Obviously, takes a little while to do that. I didn't know that, but I'll try and get it out as quick as I can after the game. So, who would you pick, Jonathan, if you had the choice to pick anybody to come and join Newcastle, free or by transfer funds? Who would you pick? All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the live stream there. And, good luck. Hope you all enjoy the game. Anybody going to it? And, the Newcastle lineup will probably be out soon. So you'll see that on the beginning of the match review video, like I always do. Until next time, I'll see you all later. And remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel. You've been watching 100% Mags. And I'll see you all next time. However, lads.